Welcome to Chiller Theater.
It was just before dawn. They came out of nowhere.
Your host, Ned the Dead. Sit back and enjoy a disturbing tour through a horrifying world.
Her life's ambition was to be a star.
Never recover from the public scandal.
In the next 2 hours, we will delve into the weird world of Chiller Theater and explore the life of its demented delinquent of depravity, Ned the Dead.
Ned the Dead. I'll never forget him. I could tell right away, way back in kindergarten, that he was different. We'd play farmer in the dell, and he wanted to be the compost heap. Gave him Elmer's glue, and he would pour it down the front of his pants. And he always looked like that. That's not makeup. That's how he looked. I don't know why. I don't know where he got it from. But I know after teaching him, I had to take a 2-year sabbatical and go for some therapy. We'd go out in the playground and we'd play dodgeball. He was always the first one out. I passed around about 20 balls and everybody threw it at him at the same time. When he wasn't looking, I even took a ball and threw it at him. He's Bambi or Cinderella or what have you. No, not him. He wanted Dracula and the Return of the Killer Lupus. Did you ever see that? The big bunnies on a little train set. They got electrocuted. They electrocuted bunnies.
I met Ned, this scary-looking guy. He's on the street, and he asked what I was doing there. I told him I was on my lunch hour. I was in the cable or the TV industry. He said, "Well, how do I get a job?" I said, "Did you ever think of asking?" I said, "I don't know if you go in there, but you're looking. It looks like you got a fish down your pants. You look terrible. Is everything going okay?" And he says, "No, I need work." I said, "Well, what you need to do is go into one of the studios and tell them you're in production, or tell them that you've done some work in announcing, and see if they have an opening. At that point, it's up to you to make yourself. But I don't know if they're going to hire you the way you look. You scared me to death."
All right, I'll give you a pause, and then I'll just continue. All right.
I can't not lust after him because he has just that pot belly, and I just want to go up and squeeze it and jiggle it. He's my Buddha. Well, when I met him, he was this little eerie old man, and I would always hit on him, and because I thought that he was just so sexy, and I would try to take him home, and he really didn't. He didn't like me. I had met his son a few times, and he's going to turn out like his dad. He's going to be a little pimp. Well, I like little men. I like little curly-haired men, little freaky guys, but I would have taken him as my sugar daddy anyway. I guess money's not that important.
Well, that's been a real inspiration to me. I always offered him some of my Hollywood expertise and some assistance with his makeup, and he always basically told me the same thing. What makeup? He's not wearing any makeup, according to him, so there you have it. That's my inspiration. He's a good dancer, though. Very good dancer. How can you make fun of Ned? There's nothing funny about that guy. Just kidding. See, that's a joke. So when we did Ned's death cast, basically took a mold or an impression of his face, because, you know, the guy can't do a life cast if he's dead. Pretty interesting experience. Next time, don't have garlic. And I'll promise to do the same thing. Whew, that killed me. So yeah, Ned does have a cameo in T3. A lot of people don't know about it. I'm not sure if it made the final cut or not, but there was a scene, you know, Terminator 2 where it was basically liquid metal.
that the T1000 could turn into. Well, Ned did a similar thing where he was melted cheese, and he played a cheese curd, and then he was deep fried. And like I said, that's not the only time he was fried, I can tell you that.
Mom, I'm ready to start the interview. Stop! Well, I'm president of the Ned the Dead fan club. He went on the air 15 years ago, and it was my 25th birthday. And I was just so excited. It was the greatest show on television. And I've seen every show. I've recorded every show that he's ever done. I've followed him around. I've been to all of his performances. Wherever he's showing up live, I'm there. I'm definitely there. Look at, this is my dog. I call him Ned. He's like Ned the Dead. Mr. Dead, sometimes I'll call him. Yes, I will. I'll call you Mr. Dead. And see, he's got the same colors, the same marking, the black eyes and the white face. I'm looking for other people to be in the fan club. So if you want to be part of the fan club, send an email to nedthedead@new.rr.com or to Time Warner Cable, care of Ned the Dead. And I'll make sure that you get on the list to be in the fan club with me. You know, we're growing every day. I added my cousin Joey. With me like this, and we'll watch Chiller Theater in my big brown chair, but not here on the couch. But we'll watch Chiller Theater, and he likes scary movies, the movies about werewolves. I know there's a restraining order, and I'm not allowed to be within like 500 feet of him, so it's been a little difficult to get his autograph again and that, but I've got his autograph like 15 times on all kinds of different stuff that I have. I even buy the movie. I record every episode of Chiller Theater. It's on 3 times a week now, and I record every one, even if just in case it might be a little bit different. I want to make sure that I get it every time. I have every tape. I have over 400. Mom!
Ned, how can I give you the essence of Ned? A horny, hairy chihuahua who he's happy enough to hump his own leg as your own.
Except, how can I help you?
As you know, Ned the Dead is, of course, the sex pot on the show. And I can't tell you how many times we've gone like to Bayfest or to Elton John concerts, and women just come up and they love him, and they come up and they take the oxygen thing out of their nose, they're elderly, and they say, "I grew up listening to you, Ned the Dead," and then their hips break, they fall. They throw panties at him, which has an intoxicating aromatic cocktail of Vagisil Ben Gay, and
I'll have him give you a call. Okay. Yeah, he's in the bathroom.
I have to say, since he's been on his Atkins diet, he is now thinner, he's sexier. Unfortunately, lithe and svelte jump to mind. Unfortunately, now he's also faster and harder to capture and hold down. I love the gaseous little man, and he's as close to a brother from another mother as I've ever had. As you know, Ned's interests are wide and varied. Where's his? This is his love. He has a morning ritual when he comes in. He gets a cup of coffee, and then he finds the goat that and the goat disappears for a while. We don't know where it goes. At the end of the show, hours later, somehow it reappears, smelling odd. He whips up a batch of Goldman's Gourmet. Actually, Ned makes this in his own laboratory, in the little room down the hall. He's gone for 5-10 seconds, comes back sweating profusely, and says he's whipped up another batch, which then I pour down my pants.
I've known him for a little over a year now, and I have never experienced walking into a room and being overwhelmed by a personality. And juice, especially the juice. The smell of his farts are the most deadliest smell anyone could ever experience. Yeah, he had me massage his man teats one day. Give him a little rub down. I don't know what that was all about, but he said it would help him feel better. I was like, all right, I'm just the intern, so I did it. One of my first days here. He said I looked hot in it. The hot scrad and the mantis.
I learned everything about radio from Ned the Dead. I didn't grow up here, so I didn't get to see him on TV as much. But now that I'm here, I've learned so much. He's so old and wise and old that he has a lot of experience. And you have no idea how much money I'm making now because he taught me everything I needed to know about contract negotiations. Of course, some of that money does go to him, but I'm still making a lot of money. It's great. One of my favorite days of the week is Tuesday when we all get together and play nude leapfrog. It's a lot of fun, and now that he's been on that diet, he's a lot better to look at. He was quite chunky there for a while, but now it's just melting right off him. I do, however, hate it when I have to get in the back, but sometimes you have to.
I work for Ned the Dead. I'm head of the mail room. We get a ton of mail for him every day, and we have to scan it for explosives because they explode all the time. Some of them even walk away on their own. The weirdest thing we got was a life-size mannequin made out of cheese. He's a nice guy. He gave us candy bars for Christmas as a nice bonus. He really went out of his way.
Yeah.
I have heard that he likes to stuff fish in his pants. I've never watched Ned the Dead, so I know who he is, but I've never, like...
Ned the Dead. Okay, back in '98, he was showing up at our band practices trying to get in the band Slick Rocket. There was no way. You know, he stole our songs. Everybody knows Slick Rocket wrote Chiller Theater. Ned stole it. He sucks. And what does a dead guy have to do with a rock band like that? Slick Rocket, it was glam. It wasn't about being dead.
Now, kids, that deal I said about the leeches being in your room, I meant every bit of that. And if they tell you that they're not, I'm telling you right now, if you look in the closet in the dark areas, they're moving around in there right now, and they don't make noise. That's the thing about a leech. And right now, as you are just thinking, oh man, I don't want to go up there, you're just going, here, I'm going to do that for you with a little special miking. And tonight, they're going to come up on your face, they're going to look at you, they're going to think about you, and then they're going to walk away and hide again. Have a great night. Ah!